Hey there, Trish from Trish Melody Design. Just wanted to, you probably saw my post actually, and if you haven't, that's okay. It was an impromptu one actually today, where I wanted to, no lipstick on the teeth. Wanted to talk about a few things that have sort of been on my mind today, so I thought I'll just hang around and see if anyone jumps on, and if they don't, that's okay, you can watch it later. But I thought it might help. So what I wanted to talk about today was, are you a startup? And I'll see a few people jumping on, so we'll just hang on a little bit longer. I don't want anyone to miss out on anything. But I hope everyone's had a great day. It's been highly productive for me today. Networking, that's what I'm doing at the moment, and just boosting, learning to get out of my comfort zone and meeting some new people, and it's been very, very fruitful. I'm actually really surprised and I'm enjoying it a lot. So I thought, hi everyone. Now I just wanted to take a minute and say, okay, so are you a startup? And looking at the groups and what's actually happening in a lot of the chats out there, it's very information overload. And you know, what do you need? What do you actually need to start up? You don't need that much. So what you actually would need is, you know, a logo, obviously. What else do you need? And so the question is, what do your clients need from you, or your prospective clients need from you, in order for you to start your business? And you'll probably find that it's not as much as you think. The information out there is, you need a business card, you need a logo, you need, you know, your Facebook marketing happening, you need all of that stuff. When in actuality, you don't actually need all that stuff. And what I would say to you is probably take a breath and see what is needed for you to step forward. So if you're on social media, which most of us are, you're probably looking at Facebook, Insta, Twitter, whatever other social media, LinkedIn, any of those, and you'll need a Facebook, you know, you obviously need a profile image for those. So I would probably say, okay, initially you would need your logo, you would need your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is, social media, image or profile image for that. And probably only business cards, and that's about it, to be honest. And that would give you enough time to, or enough stuff to actually get you out there and meeting, and then you do what you do. So the next question is, okay, logo. Hi Con, I see you there. Haven't seen you in a long while. But if you need a logo and you don't have the funds to do that, and I've done a post on this before and I won't repeat it, but it's basically just wait on that. What you can do is you can actually set yourself up with something as simple as text. Just put some, you know, your business name in some font. Make sure it's you know, appealing, and you're not using some crazy scripted font that's from, you know, yesteryear, because that won't work for you. But you know, use something that's business-like and acceptable, presentable, and I can help you with any of that. But just keep it very simple. Do the same for your business card. Do the same for your social media profile images. I'm so sorry. I'm actually going into la la land. I'm starting to get a bit tired. And that will be enough. It will suffice. So what I wanted to do tonight was, you know, if there was anybody out there, and if you see this later, that's okay, and you want to put some comments in, questions, and you want to find out what you've been told is actually what you need, I'm more than happy to actually sit with you and say, okay, where are you in your business journey? Are you at the start? Are you in the middle? Are you looking to actually expand or move forward? You know, do you have your logo? Do you not have your logo? Do you have, you know, other business collateral? And then, or are you a corporate who's actually looking to, you know, have people come in under them or work with you? So, you know, each step of your business journey will entail you having different things. And you don't need everything at once. So somebody who's a startup isn't going to need all the stuff that, you know, the person that's moving up in their business needs. You know, do you need flyers? No, not if you're a startup. Do you need, you know, brochures and catalogues? And it depends what you do. I mean, are you a product-based business or are you a service business? You know, do you need your website straight away? I'd probably say yes to the website, but you can keep that simple too. Keep it very, very simple in the beginning. Work within your means, work with what you have, and don't overwhelm yourself, because once you become overwhelmed, that's when you'll stop and you'll actually freeze in place and you won't move. I'll give you an example. This is my second time round starting a business on my own, and the first time round I had a few young kids and it didn't work for me. But that's quite funny, because what happened was, when I first started that first time round, I was told you need the printer, you know, the computer, you need the high-tech computer, mind you need a laptop, you need a scanner, you need, you know, a fax machine at that time, you need all this stuff. And I'm going, oh my God, okay. So what did I do? I went out and bought all this stuff. 10 grand plus later, I never used the printer. Fax machine was obsolete. Scanner, very rarely used it. And, you know, pretty much lived on the laptop. Now, did I need all that stuff? No. Was I advised properly? No. I was just led to believe that I needed all that stuff, so off I went and got it all. So that's where this post sort of came up today, where I was thinking, and I'd spoken to a couple of other people going, you know, I need all this stuff. And I'm going, listening to their story, and they were a startup and they, you know, had just barely gotten off the ground, and I said, you don't need all that stuff. Don't overwhelm yourself. Take it a step back and let's get what you need done. Now, keep it simple. Always keep it simple. You know that if you overwhelm, you're going to get scared, you're going to stop, you're going to, you know, one thing leads to another and you get swayed and moved. So take it easy. Get advice. I'm more than happy to talk to you about what you can do and what you can't do, or what you need and what you don't need is probably the most important thing, and work within your means. This time round, I literally started with a laptop and have kept going with my laptop, and it has not stopped me from getting work. It has not stopped me from doing the work that I need. It hasn't actually stopped me from anything. I've never printed anything out, and that's not a bad thing. Sometimes printing stuff out, I don't know. I worked in both ways. I did work, you know, and I'm talking as a design professional. I've done this for very many years. I was in the habit of printing everything out, and I've actually learnt that, and it could be an experience thing probably, and everybody works differently. But what I actually found with all that printing out, one, you're wasting paper. That sort of used to get on my nerves as well. But two, if you know what you're doing and you already have a system in place and you know how things should look on a page, and you're looking at scale, you're looking at size, font size. Obviously colour doesn't work, but I used PMS colours quite a lot. So for me, my colour is not swayed, and I pretty much know what's going to come out only because I work with the PMS system. And changing that to a CMYK, you would normally get, you know, some sort of sample. You know, go and get a printout if you have to. Hasn't been an issue. Haven't had any restrictions. That's not to say that I don't need the big computers and I don't need the big printers. Yeah, of course, I'm going to need those one day. At the moment, it's not necessary. So working within your means is probably my biggest point. Don't get overwhelmed. Stay on track. Keep moving. Go network. Go get your business. Do what you do. Sell what you sell. Build that client base. Then move to the next step. Simple message, really. But I'm finding that quite a few people are getting overwhelmed and bombarded with information overload and not knowing how to decipher and pull it all in and make it relevant to them. And so if I can make it a little bit relevant to you and your business, I'd like to do that. Even if it's for one person, I'm happy to do that. So if you ever want to, you know, drop me a line or have a chat, or, you know, send me a message or jump onto my Facebook page, send me an email, whatever, they're all on my Facebook page, so you're more than welcome to do any of one of those things. Pick up the phone, give me a call, not a problem, happy to talk to you. But before you start anything or get anything printed or get 3,000 business cards because you were told you had to get 3,000 business cards, when in actuality you probably need about 250 or 100, you know what I mean? You don't need that many cards unless you're going to a huge, you know, amount of conferences, or you're going to be networking with a huge amount of people, or you know, etc. You don't need that many cards. And because you're a startup, you're probably going to revisit your logo anyway, unless you do it right the first time. And then that's, you know, something that you can think about too. So I'm more than happy to have a chat with anybody. Please drop me a line, happy to talk. It's not about what I can do for you, it's about how I can help you figure out what you need, rather than, you know, get stuff done that you don't need right off the bat. But anyway, if you're seeing this later, I'll talk to you hopefully in the next little bit. But thank you. See you, Con. Thanks for hanging around and watching me gas bag. I will speak to you guys very soon.